Hey there, Aries. It's good to hang out with you guys again. I almost said see you, but I guess you get to see me. I don't actually get to see you guys, but it's good to hang out with you guys again. It's been a while. I'm sure all of you have had the same experience of 2020 as I have. So, apologies for not being around, but needed to just focus on life and trying to keep life as calm as possible. So I'm not going to talk a lot here at the beginning. I do just want to mention really quickly that I'm running a special on personal readings in the month of September. I'm going to be doing 2 different types of specials. So if you want a 2-question reading, those are going to be priced for $50. If you want a 3-question reading, that will be $75. It's for the month of September only. And if you're interested in that, let me know as soon as possible by sending me an email at keaghantarot@gmail.com, because I'm sure I will book up really quickly and run out of space. So if you are interested, let me know as soon as possible. So what I'm doing for readings is I'm starting with my Oracle deck. I will cut this deck, and whatever card's on the top of the cut, I'll pull that out. That'll kick off your reading. I'll start with this deck to do some insight and investigation. And then I have other decks that are around me that I've pre-shuffled, and I'll also shuffle those on camera just so you guys can see that they do get mixed up. So Aries, let's see what we have going on here for you. Keep in mind this is an Oracle deck, so there will not be any reversal, so we'll just read this as it is. So this is your card. I love this card. I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. So Aries, what I'm picking up from this right away, I have to tell you, is there's this the energy that I'm picking up is relaxed is not the right word. I'm struggling to think of what the word is I'm looking for. It's almost like you've had a lot of stuff that's happened, you've had a lot of stuff that's going on, you've had a lot of realizations, and you're just sort of sitting back and looking at all of it and realizing, you know what? It is what it is, it's fine, and I made it through it. So it's not necessarily relaxed, because there is a lot of lingering energy that feels very intense, but there's a detachment from it. It's like you're aware that it's behind you. You're aware that whatever it is that you've gone through is behind you. You're on the other side of it. You might still be dealing with some of the ramifications of it, but for the most part, you're good. You're in a good space, and you're just wanting to figure out what's the next step for me to keep putting distance between me and this stuff from the past. That's what I'm getting from this card. Let's go through and see what wants to come out just to give some additional clarity. Okay? Tell me more about the sign of Aries. What are they going through? What's happening with them? What are these recent events here? So, Magician reversed coming out. If you're someone who watches me regularly, you know that I don't like this card when it's reversed. If you're new here, this is my my liar, cheater, manipulator, narcissist. This is not a good card when it's reversed for me as a reader. I love this card when it's upright, but when it's reversed, it just represents a person who is honestly just they're manipulating in one way or another. Okay, I want to stay with this card. I just want to get a little bit more insight. Why is this Magician reversed? Tell me more about this Magician reversed. Who are they? What are they up to? Let's had a couple things come out here. I'm going to take them this way. So you have the 6 of Cups coming out upright, and then you had the 8 of Wands also coming out upright. Can you guys see those? Move them over just a little bit. So, Aries, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this stuff. I feel like these cards represent that past energy that I was talking about at the beginning, that you've realized, you know what, this is behind me. It's very interesting because typically with the 8 of Wands, I see this card as being, when it's upright at least, I see it as being a card that is usually pretty good. This card usually for me will represent something that's just a fast-paced change, something happening very quickly, something coming in very quickly, some sort of movement towards something that's usually pretty rapid. But in this context with this Magician card and then the Six of Cups, the energy on that feels a little bit different to me. The Six of Cups, again, it's not a bad card. None of these cards are bad, except this one, right? So with these cards coming out to give me clarity on this, I want to give context, because I know sometimes people watch these videos and they know, either they do tarot or they know enough about tarot that it can get them into trouble, honestly. So just because cards are good, so there aren't really like good or bad cards. They're just cards that get information. But these cards, typically, if you got them in a reading, they wouldn't be considered bad cards. But I'm looking at these three as a group, okay? I just feel like there's energy of someone who's like, maybe is not in the space of having honestly put this behind them. And I'm picking up on that. This isn't what I want to hear. And if this isn't what you want to hear, if you clicked on it just wanting to hear what you want to hear, click away, honestly. For those of you who want the truth and you want somebody who's not going to sugarcoat stuff for you, here's what I get from this. I feel like someone came in who is someone who was from your past. And I feel like when it happened, when this person came back, I feel like it was you were happy about it. I feel like you were it's not necessarily that you were like hoping this person would come back. I don't even feel like you had given this person a lot of thought, but they did come back in, and they came in very quickly, and you went in with it very quickly. But this person ended up they weren't a good person. They played games, and they emotionally manipulated you. They lied. It's interesting because I don't actually get that this was your expectation of this person. Meaning, when you knew them before, however you know them from before, and this would be knowing them for a while, right? So it's not a new person. This is someone who you have a long knowledge of them. You've known them for a very significant amount of time. And how you perceived them up to the point of them coming in and you becoming involved in them in what feels like a closer relationship than you had. And I'm going to clarify that, okay? So this reading's a general reading, okay? And because of that, I could be talking to someone who had someone come in and they got into a romantic relationship. I could have people who are watching who had someone come in and they got into a business relationship with this person. Okay, but whatever it was, how you knew them before, they came in very quickly with some sort of an offer that you accepted, and it made the connection that you have with them deeper. It deepened the connection that you had with them from before. And your expectation of who this person was, what they were about, how they would treat you, was proven incorrect because they were actually a nightmare to deal with. Okay? So, now that we know what's going on with this person, let's see what else wants to come out for you. Tell me more about Aries. What else does Aries need to know? The people who are watching this video, give me more information for them, please. What information can help them? I had two cards here. All right. Let's talk about this, Aries. So this was the first card that showed itself, and I've sort of flanked it with these. I'm going to talk about this one first, and then talk about these going from left to right. So you have the Five of Swords here, which I think is sort of just further continuation of discussing this particular relationship. So I'm going to pull these back down. This connection was one where there were lots of arguments. There was lots of conflict going on within this connection. But the thing that I think is the most prevalent in terms of the connection with this Magician reversed is that for them there was never any compromising. And it could be both of you, but I feel for sure with this person, I feel like this side is actually about that person, and then I'm going to try to over here to get something about you guys, because this all feels very rooted in this person. To this person, admitting they were wrong or trying to find a middle ground or trying to compromise or anything like that, it would feel like them losing. And they don't like to lose. So I think maybe that's just important insight for you, because I think what I'm getting for some of you is you are hung up on trying to understand this person. And I think some of you are trying to understand them because you don't want to repeat this with somebody else. And some of you are just really stuck trying to understand how this went wrong, or how you were so wrong about them and what you thought would happen versus what actually did. And so this is insight for you coming in about this person. They just don't like to lose. So it's not that they don't like to be wrong. It's that even if they're aware that they are wrong, they will never admit it. It all stems from them not wanting to lose a fight, lose a conflict, be defeated in any way. They have a need to feel like they've won. Okay? Now, I'm bringing up this point because of these other two cards. Okay? I think for some of you, you could be in a place where this has really left you fairly defeated, and in a place where maybe you haven't quite gotten to this point. I think some of you are here, where you've realized, you know what, yes, this happened. Yes, this was crappy. Yes, this sucked a whole lot, and this person was a horrible experience for me. But I'm going to remove myself from the humanness of it. I'm going to remove myself from those emotions, and I'm going to realize that there are probably spiritual lessons in this for me. Some of you are there, but I think a lot of you are in this place where you aren't sure what to do, and you are just in a place where you feel stuck in this, right? Because like I'm saying, like I tried to say, okay, well, we know about that person, let's move on. All of this feels like more of this energy. So for a lot of you, you're stuck on trying to understand and figure out this person. And it's putting you in a situation where it's like this is consuming too much of your time and energy. This person is not worth your time and energy and effort. It's not worth trying to understand them. It's not worth trying to fix it. It's not worth trying to beat yourself up because you didn't see it coming. It's not like all of that stuff. You just need to let it go. You just need to let go of that and start to move. This is where I feel like your energy needs to shift to. It's where it's moving to. And this is a place where you're really looking at things and you're prioritizing what should be important. And you're looking at all the things that need your focus and attention, and realizing how much this experience in this person has consumed what you have available. Right? So I'm going to take this card because I feel like this is really sort of starting to move us into different energy. I'm just going to put it right here in the middle. Okay? Because if you can get to this place of realizing you're a spirit who's having a human experience, and the goal, the reason that you're here is to get closer to love. This wasn't love. Right? Someone who loves us doesn't mistreat us. They don't lie. They don't manipulate us. They don't, this is not what love looks like. Right? So if you can get to this point, then you start to look at things and say, okay, well, who are the people that really matter? Who are the people that I can really trust? Who are the people that I can depend on? What is it that I want to really put my energy and effort towards? Because this person they consumed a lot, and they sort of got you off track. Okay? So let's take a look here. I just want energy just for Aries. Now, I do want to say with the general reading, energies can be reversed. So if you're a cross watcher watching and you feel like this was the Aries that you were dealing with, fine, take it that way. Again, I'm doing this based on who will watch this video, and I am aware that cross watchers do watch videos. Okay, Page of Wands coming out here upright. I like that. This is, again, I think this is a good this is a good card for you, because the Page of Wands, primarily for me as a reader, represents a free spirit energy. And often when I think about fire signs, just in general, that is the nature of a fire sign, is to be someone who is fairly free-spirited. Not at all what was going on over here. This feels very controlling and like your fire had been put out. So this, again, I feel like we're moving into kind of what can be. Some of you are right here, right? So this was just clarification for people who maybe had some doubts, or people who were a little bit skeptical about whether this video was for them and needed to hear what had happened or what this person was like. But I like moving into this different energy, okay? So again, Page of Wands, very free spirit, very light energy. This really feels like a place where you're shifting into realizing that you have lots of potential in front of you. You have lots of things that you can manifest, and being inspired about that. Really thinking, a lot of thinking, and coming up with ideas about, again, like what you want and how you want your life to be, and moving out of this fixation energy of being stuck analyzing this and putting your thinking and your mind power towards what you want to create instead. Four of Pentacles coming out here upright. This is very good. This is, I think, honestly, what I get from this is a very traditional reading of this card, which is about focusing on saving money. It could be for some of you that saving money is directly connected to, again, like what you want to manifest. So for some of you, this could be saving up money to try to move, save up money to try to, you know, start something new, whether that's a new business or going back to school. It could just be that in this situation, you got yourself into a financial stress as well as the emotional and mental stress and spiritual stress. And so you're trying to figure out how you can save up and begin to save money so that you can get yourself out of that, because you realize that having that debt or having, you know, credit issues or whatever it is getting in the way of you being able to really be that free spirit and do what you want and create new things and go on new adventures. What else does Aries need to know regarding this reading? What else would you like to show me? This deck is new, and so these cards are kind of slippery. There we go. So we have the World card coming out reversed with the Two of Swords coming out reversed. So, you know, if you guys have watched my videos before, you know that I'm not a reader who tells you what you want to hear. Okay? I don't sugarcoat things, and I'm going to be really honest with you. Some of you are still stuck on this person. You know, both of these cards, this card represents being in a place. The World reversed is about something not being completed, not having closure to a situation. The Two of Swords, when it's reversed, is about being in a place of indecision or confusion about a situation, being in a place where there's a stalemate, okay? So for some of you, this is how I'm going to have to take this, right? Because this and this don't match up, okay? You can't be in this energy and also be here. Okay, so for some of you, this is where you're at. Okay, it's literally like this. Some of you are in this place where you've realized this is what it is. You're moving past it. You're trying to get closer to love. You're on this path. Okay, you're saving money. You're trying to figure out what you can do to set yourself up to manifest this great future that you know that you want, where you can be a free spirit, have lots of energy, and do the things that you want to do. There are others of you who are in a place where you're not quite here, right? So you haven't made this yet. And instead, your energy is still stuck over here, and you're thinking about what ifs, and you're in a stalemate with yourself. about, well, maybe this isn't over. Maybe this person will come back. Maybe this person will be different. Maybe I misunderstood. No, you didn't. Stop lying to yourself. This person was not a good person for you. This person honestly doesn't feel like a good person. And if you're stuck here, you're missing out on the potential for this stuff up here. All right? So, for those of you who are down here, you know, I feel like what I want to do is I want to pull up one oracle card for you. This group, if you're up here, if you feel like you're up here, if you don't care about this person anymore, you're like, yep, you're right, they weren't good, I'm moving on, I'm done with it, happy to be moving forward. Yes, you're exactly right, I'm working on saving my money. Keep focusing on it because you're going to have success with it. The more that you can just allow yourself to think about what it is that's going to make you happy and chase after that and not worry about what other people think or what other people want you to do, you guys are good. You guys are set. This just flew out. As I was talking about you guys, I'm going to give you guys this. I surrendered to a power greater than me. Okay? Exactly what you guys need to do. Whatever it is that you want to manifest, whatever it is that you want to create, name it, claim it, own it, surrender that, hand it over to a power greater than you, and believe that the universe is going to pull it in for you. You guys are good. For this group who's still stuck on this person and this going on over here, and that's where all of your efforts and energy are, and you're not ready and willing to let it go, let's see what wants to come out for you in terms of advice. Because what I want to say is the energy just feels like for both of these, the energy is done, right? So you guys up here are where you need to be. Good. You've made it through this. You're understanding it. You're in a place where you're working to create something bigger, better. For this group, you guys are just stuck. You're not going anywhere because your energy is all focused backwards on someone who doesn't deserve it. So give me insight. Give me advice for this group with the World reversed and the Two of Swords reversed. Nothing wants to come out, so I'm going to keep going. There we go. Okay, guys, this cannot be any clearer. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Your focus is on pain, disappointment, rejection, sorrow, sadness, depression, the past. If that's where your energy is, you're just going to manifest more of it. I really hope that this lower group will get on this path, right? So that you guys can start to create something that's better than this and let go of this past stuff. And I hope that you do actually create that. I hope that you do figure out how to let this go, let this person go, and really let them go. Don't say you're moving on from it and still have, one foot holding the door open, hoping they run back in. Close the door, lock the door, move to a new address. Don't tell them what it is. Don't forward your mail. Let this person be in the past. That's where they need to be. You need to be focusing on your future and moving towards, other things and other people who are better for you. So, Aries, this is where we're going to wrap it up. I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, please go in and leave me a comment, like and share the video. And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, please take a moment just to hit the subscribe button because it's the best way to know when I post new videos. And it also just lets YouTube know that you're engaged with me, you like the videos, and it helps to promote the channel more and help the videos reach more people. So I would appreciate that if you are willing to do it. Aries, I love you guys so much. Take care of yourselves. Get on this path as soon as possible.